What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Montana State Bobcat Dynasty here on NCAA Football 06. There was one more week of Big Sky football, which we normally don't participate in. We're just going to kind of recap it, though. You saw the big win there by Idaho State. The Grizzlies kind of get thumped here by Iowa State, though, 45-17. You have Idaho falling to Illinois here, 47-38. It looks like, or 37 rather. I can't read apparently. It looks like that was a pretty good game. And then Portland State breaks their 9-game losing streak by playing probably the only other team that's worse than them in Navy. We did get one last commit here. Brett Garrett, the cornerback. That is definitely going to be huge, as we're going to be losing Jed Torrey this next season due to graduation. Unfortunately, though, John White committed to Texas A&M. Looking at our stats this season, 2,414 yards for Larry Stevens, 27 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Not bad at all for the freshman quarterback, although, like I said in just about every video this season, 43% completion percentage is unacceptable, and we definitely got to do better at that. 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns for Brandon Adriano. Larry Stevens had 555 rushing yards and 9 rushing touchdowns. He was a big-time threat in the run game. Brian Brown even got himself a couple of carries and 64 yards on those. Gerard Doolin was our leading receiver in pretty much every category, 39 catches for over 700 yards and 8 touchdowns. The freshman Curtis Brown had himself 8 touchdowns as well. Michael Ryan, once again, wasn't able to really use him correctly, and this is the last year he's going to be on the team, as he's going to be graduating now, which is kind of unfortunate because somehow he's up to like a 91 overall, and he's just really never played up to that level on the team. The offensive line, if you look at the numbers, they don't look horrible. I mean, Stevens was only sacked 22 times, but they don't show how many pressures he had. He was running for his life like Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl or Russell Wilson in basically every game this season. Like that, I think that has a big reason to do with his poor completion percentage. It's because he just had to run for his life. This defense played really good this season, though. 4 players with double-digit tackle for losses. Pat Hadley, 10 sacks for him, 9 for Green and Randolph, 8 for William Jackson. Mario Harris, had himself 4. 4 interceptions for Jed Torrey, 3 for Spicer and Eugene, and we also had a couple of guys with 1 interception each. This defense, I mean, this was probably the best season on defense for us so far this season. Both of our corners, double digits, and when it comes to pass breakups, 5 forced fumbles by Marquez Randolph. He recovered 4 this season, and even Pat Hadley got himself a couple. And then also 4 total defensive touchdowns, 2 for each of our starting cornerbacks, Jed Torrey and Brock Eugene. And then Jason McMillan, the freshman walk-on kicker, you know what? He actually didn't play half bad. He was 10 for 14 and hit all of his extra points. Hills, a solid punter, but this was his last season here, so we're going to have to get a new one in the offseason. Probably just a walk-on guy, I'm assuming. And then Curtis Brown, 4 punt return touchdowns, 381 yards there. He played pretty good in that position. Looking at the final top 25, now you got Virginia Tech, Cal, Texas A&M, Michigan, Iowa, USC, Miami, Purdue, Notre Dame, Georgia, Oklahoma, Texas, South Carolina there at 13. Then you got Auburn, Texas Tech, Oregon, NC State, Pittsburgh, UCLA, Florida there at 20. Tennessee at 21, and look who's at number 22. That's right, we are ranked for the first time in this series. We are above Ohio State, who is ranked number 23. I don't know how we did it, but somehow we did. And of course, we won the Big Sky Conference this season. It was basically handed to us. Looking at the records here, we were 10-2. Almost everyone else went 5-6, including Idaho, Eastern Washington, Weber State, and Montana. Idaho State did go 6-5, but then you also have Sacramento State at 5-6. Same with Northern Arizona, and then of course Portland State. They didn't play very good this season. Walter Ferguson is your Heisman Trophy winner, the quarterback out of Texas Tech, and his number 1 receiver finished number 2 in Heisman voting. So Texas Tech pretty stacked this season. Looking at some other award winners, and when it comes to the Maxwell, of course, the Heisman winner won that award, but Larry Stevens was up there on that list. When it comes to the Bernard Rick, there's Marquez Randolph clocking in at number 5. Larry Stevens, he got voted the 5th best quarterback in the nation. I mean, it's only going to get better from here, I'd say. Like, it's only... He's so good, man. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. He's just going to get better, though. I mean, he put together the best quarterback season anyone has had in this series so far, and he's just a freshman. I really hope he stays here for all 4 years because they are going to be some great years. Quickly looking through some other award winners, Marquez Randolph, he finished 6th in the best linebacker. The Thrope Award went to Gary McFadden out of Texas A&M. Their kicker also won the best kicker award. The punter for Michigan, he won best punter. When it comes to best returner, Curtis Brown finished 6th in the nation. We almost always seem to have someone on that list there. And then best coach, Jeff Choate, came in 2nd, so close to winning that award. Looking at the All-Americans now, Curtis Brown managed to make it on first team All-American, and I guess it's just combining his receiving stats with his return stats. Marquez Randolph also made it on the second team All-American. Looking at the all-freshman team, Larry Stevens is the quarterback and Curtis Brown the wide receiver here. So we got some nice young players on this team. Looking at the all-Big Sky team now, you got Larry Stevens, Brandon Adriano, and Gerard Dulin as the number 2 receiver. Dante Washington, our center, he made it there. Marlon Thompson, who finished in he was on one of the lists for one of the awards there. Pat Hadley, Marquez Randolph, Jed Torrey, Brock Eugene, and Thomas Spicer all made first team Big Sky. This is definitely our best season, if you couldn't even tell by our 10-2 record. Looking at the second team, Curtis Brown. I don't know how he makes first team All-American, but only second team All-Big Sky. But hey, I'll take it. You know, he's young, and I think he's just going to get even better. We somehow even had a couple of offensive linemen make that list there, but I guess their numbers were decent. And of course, we did get ourselves a bowl game. We're going to be taking on the Maryland Terrapins. They are not ranked. We are ranked number 21. It's the Computers Bowl at Boise, Idaho yet again. It's the second time we have a bowl game there. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, this has been Jeffrey, reminding you to stay moist.